We're starting this episode off in Houston because we just finished a pie episode and we were feeling a little bit of a late night snack. Today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 different phos at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price.
And joining us on our adventure today is a very fun guy by the name of Justin Yu, owner of Theodore Rex.
He's a local from Houston, James Beard Award winner.
Certainly knows his pho. He likes to grab a bowl of pho after a hard day of work, and that's what we're gonna do with him. Show us how it happens late night style in Houston.
Wow, it is midnight right now. The pho don't stop when we walk in.
Is that a Kesha lyric that you just turned into a pho pun?
Yeah.
Gee.
My name is Kevin Pham. I am the proprietor here at Pho Bing By Night. We do authentic pho, 4 p.m. till 12 a.m. And Friday and Saturdays we open till 3 a.m.
Whoa, really?
Where did you learn to make pho?
I've always wanted to learn it. It was like a secret held away from me, like mom telling you to close your eyes when there's a naked woman on TV. My grandfather flew from Vietnam because he's retired there. And I showed up every day just to learn it. Then my stepdad would come over and show me his way. Confusing at first, but then I got the gist of it, developed my own way. The thing about pho is that everyone has their own preference. I like to eat bone marrow, and we never had it in our formula. And one day I just like, hey, this is actually pretty good, you know? And I gave it to a friend. My friend actually was sitting with Allison Cook of the Houston Chronicle. A week later, we're in the Houston Chronicle for a bone marrow, which we never sold. And that kind of boosted us the first year.
I mean, we walked in and the first person we met was your wife, is that right?
She's the great, if it weren't for her, man, this place would not last. Or I wouldn't last here by myself.
Why is that?
The way we operate has always been ma and pa, you know.
How do you make your broth?
Well, it starts off with the bones, the centerpiece and the joint.
So it really is bone soup.
And brisket. When you look at barbecue pit masters, they're called pit masters. What we do is similar to being called a pot master, you know. That flame, it has to be low. You gotta simmer it, you know, and cook the noodles first, strain it out, top off the meats, and then you just pour onions.
Pot master thing. I've never heard pot master.
I kind of want to be called that one day. So, hey,
yeah, I think after this, you're gonna be pot master for sure. All right.
Actually, I did have one last thing. Sorry.
Okay, Steven.
I noticed you have this thing going on here.
It's actually pickled lemons to make chăn muối. Pickled lemonade.
We are here with Chef Justin Yu.
Have you had this drink before?
I have. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
It's a nice bowl of pho.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that is amazing.
This is kind of a dead ringer for Gatorade. Is that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a good amount of salt in Gatorade too.
So we ordered some pho. Me and Andrew kind of like, you know, in high school, cheated off your exam and we got your order.
Got it. So it's actually funny because I cheated off of somebody else's order. It's called Nem Gao Gun Fun. Gao is the fatty brisket and then gun is the tendon. To me, it has all like the perfect little bits. The reason why I love it here is that they cut it almost perfect size every time. So to me, you sip the broth first. That's like the ringer for like a really great pho. This one's like, it's such a clean broth. They've obviously taken a lot of time to like either blanch the bones or skim the bones.
It's like a meal and a glass of water in one bite. Because I'm both getting the savory bits, but I feel refreshed.
Right.
How's that broth for you, Andrew?
It's...
That right there, the fatty brisket,
That fat hanging off.
that's another level of flavor.
So for you, is this broth perfect right now, or are you gonna
Broth
do
is
anything?
absolutely perfect right
You're
now.
not gonna like add anything?
I
or-
love a good amount of cilantro. I like to have it with the stems too. It's really all about that texture. Break it up so it's bite size. Thai basil, some bean sprouts. I like my bean sprouts raw. You got the bone marrow and then add it to like a little section that I'm about to eat. And it's just like so, because like you'll get like this punch of richness.
Maybe it's because, you know, it's late at night, I just made a new friend, but this may be like my favorite food right now in the world. Like, I love sushi. I love, what do I love? I don't want to say acai bowls because it's kind of, but I do love acai bowls. A little bit of shame there, but this is really hitting the spot for me right now. All right, it is so late.
It does taste like lemon lime Gatorade.
Pho Bin hooked us up with another specialty drink,
Artichoke tea.
artichoke tea.
Another refreshing thing.
Another one.
So we are leaving Pho Bing By Night,
We're actually leaving by car.
and so is Justin. He actually is heading off to his restaurant to clean up now.
Yeah, so our next stop is actually in Hawaii. Look at that.
So we just had some amazing pho in Houston. Learned a lot from Justin. And now we've come to Honolulu. And we're gonna be trying some delicious pho from a place called the Pig and the Lady. 3 types of pho.
We're eating delicious soup. That's the soup from which all life comes.
There it is.
I'm Andrew. I'm the chef owner of the Pig and Lady restaurant. I'm going to be giving you guys our pho broth. We're going to do 3 different versions. One of them is the pho bak, which is our northern style beef pho. We also do seasonal broths. One of them is the duck pho. We also have a vegan option, which we're really proud of.
Could you tell us a little bit about the naming of the Pig and the Lady?
I'm the pig. I'm born the year of the pig, and the lady is my mother, and also like represents my wife, my best friend. It was just a way to honor them. The beef pho, which you'll be having first, it's pho bak. So it's a northern style, pretty much the heart and soul of the restaurant. That's mom's recipe. We don't mess with that. Fresh rice noodles from Family Rice Noodle. They just make everything by hand. It just has a really nice texture. We get our beef from Makweli Ranch in Kauai. Typically we use round, which is the shoulder part. It's a leaner type of beef, but it's very tender.
I've never had pho like this before. I've always had it where you have the vegetables on the side, but here, it's all done for you. And this is what I'm talking about.
This drink is called Cobra Commander.
Are we sharing?
Yeah. Ooh,
Spicy.
cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh
Oh yeah, cheers. Sliced beef shoulder. Wow, that's so tender.
Yeah, that's so good.
Adam, you should try the beef right now while it's still a little bit raw. There you go. Wow. Adam just gave the wide eye look. Broth time?
Broth boys.
I'm into that. Okay.
Should I just put my straw in
into
here,
that.
please?
Go for it.
No, I'm not an animal. This is like a baptism for my mouth.
So you've been born again in the name of pho.
My mouth has.
One of them is the duck pho. We get Mary's ducks. We go ahead and poach that. We'll slice up the medium rare poached duck breast, and we'll put the bones back in and then cook that for a further 8 hours. That allows all the duckiness to come out, and then fat renders out from the broth. And we'll save all of that duck fat to finish the broth. We also put a poached egg yolk. It's, kind of affordable luxury that everybody loves.
Yolk time.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna duck my duck with a duck yolk.
There's this word that they use in Malaysia, jalak, and it means when something is so rich that the more you eat it, you get sick of it. And this is the anti-jalak. I want to drink this bowl of pho, and then I want to eat another bowl of pho tomorrow for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and just for the rest of my life.
Just want to spray this broth on myself like cologne.
We also have a vegan pho that we're featuring. It's a challenge in itself to emulate the same experience that you would have with a rich duck broth or rich beef broth. The broth is made with the vegetable and kombu to give it depth. Enoki mushroom for meatiness, herb oil from Thai basil. Add a little bit more lusciousness to the broth. That was a kind of art prep project. And then this is the end result of that. We're really stoked.
This is the one I'm most intrigued by.
Look how pretty this is.
Yeah, that's what I want my garden to look like when I get older.
Yeah, soup garden.
Drizzle, sizzle. All right,
A little bit of tomato.
that's wonderful.
Oh my, it's extremely delicious, but I've never had a tomato in this setting before. I'm just delighted. Adam's gone rogue. Chef Andrew said that this would be as satisfying as the other phos, and he's absolutely right. Like, it's not so different. I'm like suspicious he's cheating. I'm like, was that great pho or what?
You were a vegan fiend, and now we got some shave ice. What flavors did you get on top?
I got a bad assembly. I kind of got pea snow colors, coffee, Lilikoi passion, and creme brulee. I don't think I'm doing it right.
I got the strawberry, the guava, and the mango, and that's how you do it.
Look at this. Does it get better than this? Sunset, ocean breeze, icy refreshment.
We went from a port to an island, and now we head to Los. We're in Vegas, and specifically, we're in Chinatown. We're headed to our last location, but before we go there, I have a pho fact in Seattle. They have a challenge for pho, where you can eat an entire massive bowl of pho in 90 minutes, you win $100. In that bowl of pho is 4 liters of broth.
4 liters?
That's right.
You cannot consume that much liquid in one sitting. That's too much. I can't believe how far we've come to make this video.
That's right.
Houston, Honolulu to Las Vegas.
But you know what I like about that? There's good pho all over America. People are doing big things all over the country.
Yeah, next time we'll just have to actually go to Vietnam.
Done.
Hi, my name is Khai Vu, and I'm the owner of District 1 Kitchen and Bar here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Where does that name come from?
Come from District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City, and that's where I born and raised. It have all types of different food. People go there, you know, for entertainment, dining. Today I'll be serving you guys a lobster pho. We fly our main lobster live from Maine. When the lobster get here, we boil them first, and then I'll take the shell. I'll make a concentrate lobster base, and we use the head. We flash fry them, and we cook it in the broth, so it bring out more lobster flavor. And then I'll marry that with the bone broth from the original pho that we cooked here with the oxtail, the beef bone. So you have a really good broth from the bone and the lobster flavor.
And do we get other items on the side or?
Usually when people order the lobster pho, they have like 2-3 people. So sometimes if people want surf and turf, we serve with a side of bone marrow. And we call it the big bone soup. It's the bone marrow that we use to cook the pho broth with.
We're in Vegas, so.
Baby. Look at that. You know when Godzilla emerges from the sea?
Oh, yes.
And he's like coming up to the city to destroy it, and his head just pops out of the water? That's what this is like.
All right, broth first. Seafood broth. Cheers. I'm surprised at how much you can taste the lobster in this.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me hungrier than seeing a whole lobster, dead or alive. That's the good thing about lobster. You don't, like, you're gonna pay this much for a lobster. I don't want you to sauce up my lobster too much. Just give me the pure taste of lobster. It's like a steak.
I'm gonna make the perfect little bowl. Got the lobster broth. Get a little bit of this bone marrow, a little bit of noodle. Sizzle me with your zest.
There you go. Just a touch.
When a soup makes you go after taking a big slurp of it.
Bone meat.
Bone meat is like if I was a Bond villain and you were my henchman, your name would be Bone Meat.
No.
Okay, if you were a Marvel superhero, your name would be Bone Meat.
Yes, that's right.
And I would be Broth Boy.
Let's go fight crime.
Born in a brothel? No.
No. We just had a bowl of pho with a lobster in it. Like literally a lobster. Flew in from Maine.
Lobster flew in. His arm's tired?
So, Andrew, which pho was the most worth it to you?
You ready for this? I bet you can't guess what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
Picking the Lady is my worth it winner.
What?
Yeah, it was the best single slurp of broth I've ever had.
My worth it winner goes to Pho Bing By Night.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? That night, I dreamed about the fatty brisket. What's your worth it winner?
Adam picks Picking the Lady.
Woohoo! I knew that was coming.
It's like a cow and a lobster went in a hot tub together. And then I got to eat it.
That could have went weird. And I'm glad you didn't. I know you did it there.
It went weird. In the best way possible.
Oh, yes!